Good evening, lovely tubers. White Mexican back again for another Market Watch Investments video for you guys tonight. Got a plethora of things I'm going to be showcasing for you guys. These are going to be my personal selections, and I do hope that you enjoy. Getting things kickstarted tonight is going to be Spirit Warriors, more specifically Magical Muskets, also known as Magi Bullets in the OCG. This deck is extremely unique. The engine behind this, it has a very unique play style where you can activate the magics and traps from your hand. Incredible mechanic, like no other. Artwork is pretty cool. Majority of these come in nice rarities of secret rares. The Link 2 is really good. That came out at Battle Legends Heroes Revenge. This is actually a really strong Link 2. Really cool artwork. Unfortunately, the solo print is a crap ultra rare. It's kind of is what it is, but in all round, just an amazing card. Gave this deck huge support. And I'm really surprised that this deck has not seen more support. There was the reprints from Dual Overload, which were pretty nice. Brought down Casper and Starfire's price points, but still, the original Secret Rares are really not that costly at all. I highly recommend you guys go Original Rarities First Edition because this deck is extremely affordable, and it's just a really fun Pure deck that is another light fiend deck, which is pretty, it's pretty unique. There's not a lot of light fiend decks. Usually fiend eccentric decks are dark decks. This happens to be light, so you can do, silly things like Honest and a whole bunch of crazy shenanigans. But an all-around really underrated deck core, really fun deck core to pilot. And there's a lot of really creative things that you can do with this deck. So if you guys have the time, I highly recommend that you guys take the time to check it out. Alright, so next is going to be some cards that I picked from Gladiators Assault. And this set had a lot of really strong Ultimate Rares and Secret Rares specifically, but there's just a handful that just kind of stuck out for me for X, Y, and Z reasoning, and I'm just going to go into that for you guys now. So, first card is going to be Dragon Ice. This is, of course, a secret rare, and this may not have the strongest effect, but the artwork is really, really cool. It kind of reminds me of like an augmented version of Stratos for some reason, but this is extremely old, high rarity secret rare, and it's got really cool artwork from a really nice set. And there's really just not a lot of availability. I mean, starting market price is 14 bones for lightly played first edition. If you want near mint first edition, it goes all the way up to 30 bones. And there's just a single page here on the TCG platform. Next is going to be Veil of Darkness, dawning as a secret rare. Again, Gladiators Assault. This card actually looks really gorgeous. This artwork and this photo does not give it justice. It looks like a common here on the website. But this card looks really, really nice. And again, cardboard on cardboard artwork, old school secret rare, and this is just an interesting kind of play on recycle factor to a certain extent. And starting market price for this is about 15 bones for lightly played first edition. Near mints are going for about 21 bones. Well, actually, here's one for about 16, about 19. So, yeah, roughly around 19, 20-ish bones. Only 2 pages of availability on that, so awesome stuff. Next is going to be Goblin Black Ops. So, this is a solo print rare. Again, dawning on infamous Gladiators Assault. This isn't a super good card. I love the artwork. The artwork is complete blowout on this. Goblin Attack Force is like one of my all-time favorite Gen 1 ultra rares of all time. I'm really not a big fan of ultra rares at all, but there's a few cases, special cases that I'll make exceptions for. Like Duelist Saga and Shonen Jump Ultra Rare, Shonen Jump promos, and DT Ultras, and all that crazy stuff. But anyway, this is a rare, and it's just a solo print, and that's pretty incredible because Gladiator Assault is very ancient now. It's quite up there in age, and this is just really cool artwork in general. So, not really a big deal. I mean, biggest thing is that this has going for is that it is a solo print. There is 3 pages of availability. The first edition is, roughly around 2 bones when you factor in shipping, and it does happen to be a 12 stack here, so pretty interesting stuff on that. Next is going to be Swing of Memories. This is the highest rarity that we have here in the TCG as a super rare, dawning from OTS Tournament Pack 5. I love the artwork of this, and these OTS super rare holo foils just look really, really nice. And I mean, I can't really say much. Oh, and of course this is insanely affordable. I mean, like, it's like under a quarter, so that's very, very incredible, and plenty of pages of availability on this. And this is insanely, for the first stack we see here is about a half bone for 49 here for a fat stack of 51, so plenty of availability on that. Next is going to be some Six Samurai stuff. So again, Gladiators Assault, Cunning of the Six Samurai as the highest rarity of Ultimate Rare. Got Grandmeister here with like some like X-ray laser beam vision, tripping on acids. I don't know what's going on, some crazy shenanigans. And this, this is just an old school Ultimate Rare, and I think it's safe to assume. I mean, Six Samurais, they had their Dark Legion in the meta game, and they did some pretty devastating things. I guess it was like 2011-ish era, and it's an all-around really great warrior based archetype deck core, and it's really fun to pilot. A lot of swarming, and Sheehan is one of my all-time. Well, actually, Sheehan is my all-time favorite level 5 synchro monster, and probably will, up there with Barkion too. And I mean, not Barkion, a beast. Naturia Beast is just a completely just blowout card as well. Which is a level 5 as well, I believe. But anyway, really great stuff. Starting market price for this, lightly played first edition, is about 8 bones. If you want near mint first edition, we're going to have to do a little bit of a deeper dive. Only 2 pages of availability, and there actually is no first edition near mints. So good luck with that. But all around awesome card. Next is going to be Inishi. Again, Ultimate Rare. Gladiators Assault. Just an all-around awesome Six Samurai card, and very, very up there in age. So we're going to go ahead and look at some price points. Lightly played unlimited is roughly going to be 11 plus bones. First edition lightly played is going to go all the way up to 40 bones. So again, we have this price differentiation not only from unlimited to first edition, but now even more so from first edition lightly played to first edition near mint, which actually in this case is not the case, because it's 40 bones for the first edition lightly played, and then near mint is about 42. So not much of a significant factor in price difference, but that can totally happen. That is a thing that is very much a part of the collector's market, and some pretty interesting spill on that. Next is going to be Double Edged Sword Technique. This is the reprint ultra rare dotting out of Raw Yellow Mega Pack. And of course there's a plethora of commons, this being the highest rarity as an ultra rare. Spirit Warriors, I believe, also donned a super rare print. Now again, I'm kind of like sacrilegious going against my beliefs here, but I do prefer the ultra rare over the super rare reprint, just for the sheer fact that it's older, a little bit more difficult to get, and it actually does look very, very nice. Raw Yellow Mega Pack, and I forget what was the other set that ran parallel to this. They both were actually produced some pretty phenomenal, aesthetically pleasing cards, even for the ultra rares. So I would definitely go for this. This is insanely affordable, so I'm just going to go ahead and switch over to 3 stacks. Got a stack of 4 here, near mint first edition for about a half a bone, and then there's a 15 stack here for about a bone for near mint first edition. So plenty of availability on that. All around, just awesome Six Samurai support card. And of course we have the legendary, the infamous Six Samurai Sheehan. This is the secret rare reprint dawning out of Spirit Warriors. Now of course there is the original Ultimate Rares, which I believe was, I want to say, Extreme Victory, if I'm not mistaken. Which still to the day I'm actually trying to hunt down some first edition copies, and it's proven to be quite competitive and very pricey. But these are a very healthy alternative. Now these are very much secret rares. Now granted, they're not ultimate rares. They're definitely no ultimate rares, but they are very much secret rares. Very aesthetically pleasing. And for the longest time, when we were closer to the premiere of Spirit Warriors, this card was like a bone, 2 bones, if that. It was very, very affordable. Now we can see it's gone up significantly. Starting market price is almost about 6 bones, and there's really not a lot of stacks. I mean, the first stack we see is a 9 stack here, and that right off the bat goes for about 5 bones, and that's for lightly played first edition. There's only 3 pages of availability, so very, very happy to see a price influx on the uptrend for this, because this is an amazing card, this is an amazing rarity, and it's a lot of people like this deck. It's a really fun deck. Alright, so ghosts of the past came and went, and a lot of people's wallets are hurting, a lot of people's hearts are broken. Dark Magician Girl did not get the final ghost print slot for that set. I'll admit it. The White Mexican was wrong. My theory was completely wrong. I very, very anticipated that this set would manufacture a ghost rare print of Dark Magician Girl. They did not. Konami pulled a sneaky one and shafted us all. Fortunately, I personally did not invest in the product. I spent $0 in Ghosts of the Past. I was waiting. I was on the train to kind of like, let's wait and see what happens, because I have a lot of vested interests in certain sections of the OCG market in Japan. And if you guys are not aware, Japan has already for quite some time now had two different prints of Ghost Rare Dark Magician Girl in the infamous uncensored artwork. And I really appreciate it a lot. And I was of the mindset that I was banking on Konami producing a English TCG Ghost Dark Magician Girl, but they would not manufacture it in the uncensored artwork. So I was waiting to see. Fortunately, I made the right play. Because they didn't even make the damn thing in general. They gave it to, I think it was Crystal Wing or something, which is of merit, a nice ghost print, but it's no Dark Magician Girl ghost. That would have really boosted sales, but I mean that doesn't even really matter. I mean the people went through the roof with pre-orders. But anyway, so there is I think this is safe. This is a safe time to go in and pull the trigger on the OCG versions. This is the newer version. There's another version that's like the original like Magician's Force artwork, Gen 1 artwork. Looks really, really nice, but that's significantly older and it's a lot more competitive find. Also more pricey. So pretty much across the board, I mean, you can see here, this is a quick quick eBay search, lowest first, and it's pretty much 210, like 210 bones, pretty much all across the board for the first couple listings here. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much right where it was. There hasn't been like a major significant increase, but I don't know. I just, this is kind of where we're at now in the market, and this is gorgeous. Let's just take a moment to just like observe the fatality behind the aesthetics of this card. An infamous collector's card, and an amazing rarity of Ghost Rare. So that is, all hope is not lost. The OCG. Oh my goodness, this is 30 bones for shipping. Definitely don't buy from that one. But anyway, all hope is not lost. Japan still very much has two versions that you could potentially compete for, and they look gorgeous. Alright, so next is going to be some old school vinyl banners. To my understanding, I really thought that Flaming Eternity and Rise of Destiny were the only sets that Konami, or maybe it was Upper Deck or whoever it was, but these are official products branded by the trading card game. They were manufactured here in Northern America, and they are really, really nice quality, very durable, and they're amazing decorations in general. I say this because I personally own one. I have my own version of the Rise of Destiny. Rise of Destiny is a really, really special set to me because White Mexican Theory, I believe Generation 1 of this game is the first 13 core sets, LOB, through Rise of Destiny. I mean, that is the first 13 core sets, but that is what I consider Gen 1 Yu-Gi-Oh! My bread and butter, first edition prints of cards from those set. And Rise of Destiny was the last set that had, the Yami Yugi on the covering of packaging of the booster packs, and it was kind of like the closing of the book, the ending of like the Gen 1 era of Yu-Gi-Oh! And 13 is my favorite number. 13 is the White Mexican's favorite number, so that just on its own merit alone had some pretty great value behind it. So I love it. I've had it for several years. I honestly couldn't tell you guys. I bought it off eBay, just like I'm showcasing here this platform, several years ago. I think I was in the Air Force at the time, so I believe I was in South Korea maybe when I got it. It definitely wasn't these prices. I mean, starting market price here is like around $230. And it kind of just continues to trickle up to about 300 bones after that. But what I didn't know was there was also be careful with these, because these are not like original. They're not genuine. These were kind of like custom manufacturers, and not to say that they're bad quality or anything, but they weren't like an original manufacturer from the company anyway. But there is a Enemy of Justice apparently had another one, which I was not aware. I really thought there was only 2 different variants, but this was the 3rd variant. Of course, all you Hero players are probably getting like super wet over this. This is pretty incredible. I mean, I'm a big fan of black's my favorite color, but the silver looks pretty nice too, and this looks really nice. I didn't know this wasn't even existent, and I mean, obviously 1100 bones is very, very steep. This is like a one of. I don't know where else you can get this. I've never even seen this before, so yeah, I mean, that's kind of a thing, so it's kind of interesting. All right, so moving on, we're gonna get into some tin promos. So 2002 Gen 1, the very first running of tins that we got here in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Of course, we got this amazing Dark Magician. Dark Magician and Summon Skull are, for Gen 1 purposes, 2002, definitely my top favorite promos. Really amazing stuff. Red Eyes, B-Dragon is also really great too. Not really a big fan of these two, just because artwork. I mean, the B Skull looks okay, but I mean, it's nothing compared to the Red Eyes. Red Eyes, it's got like the anime history merit, and the Joey Wheeler street credits, and Lord of D is pretty awesome too. I actually really like the artwork on this a lot. So I mean, all of these are insanely valuable, and really realistically, Lord of D is really the only one that's actually kind of attainable for some price points that aren't just, pretty ridiculous at this point, that haven't completely bled through the market. The collector's market, which is a starting market price of about 10 bones for lightly played, and there is only 2 pages of availability. So everyone knows and has known for a while, this is, bled completely through on the collector's market. Next, we got the second wave 2003 tins. Again, not really much of a fan of any of these. Maybe the Buster Blader, but more specifically, the biggest thing is going to be the Gearfried and the Jinzo promos, which I'm actually kind of curious what that's running for right now. Okay, so here's the promos. We're going to go ahead and let's go ahead and look at Jinzo. So starting market price for this is going to be, lightly played, is going to be 18 bones. And then 3 pages of availability. If you want near mint, the first near mint is going to be around 32 bones. So again, you have that significant price increase from lightly played to near mint. And then there is Gearfried, which is really, really nice as well. Starting market price lightly played is going to be around 8 bones. If you want near mint, it goes all the way up to about 12-ish plus bones, 3 pages of availability. And then the last one I'm going to show you really quick, just because, is going to be Buster Blader, just because it is high rarity secret rare, and the artwork's pretty cool. It's got this pretty large sword that he's swinging around, which is pretty cool. So starting market price is going to be around 13 bones for lightly played, and then near mint, you're going to have to do a little bit of a deeper dive. First near mint is going to be 21 bones after you factor in shipping, and then you kind of see a significant trending. There's pretty much 3 pages all across the board for these. All right, next is going to be 2004. Honestly, these are probably some of the worst promos. I'm really not much a fan of any of these, but if we're going to go off collectors and just artwork alone, I would definitely go for Insect Queen first. I think out of artwork specifically, the Insect Queen would be priority number 1 for this era of tin promos, then probably Command Knight, and then maybe Blade Knight. So completely up to you guys on that, but definitely not the best year in tins. Next is going to be the 2005 tins. Of course, Dark Magician Girl, you got your waifu tax, so that's going for some pretty insane numbers. But I think the lesser known is actually Vorse Raider. The artwork is really great. Obviously, promo secret rare, really, really great rarity. And I just, an old school level 4 dark 1900 beater, really awesome stuff. Lightly played, starting market price is roughly around 5 bones after you factor in shipping, 3 pages for availability, and then if you want a near mint, it goes all the way up to 12 bones. So pretty interesting stuff on that. Next is going to be 2006. So hands down, MVP promo of this era of tins is Cyber Dragon, and what an amazing card to be in secret rare. These deep purple, pinkish Hollow foil coils looking really, really great. Starting market price for this is going to be 15 bones, roughly, for lightly played. And there is 5 pages of availability. If you want near mint, it's going to be about 20 bones. So really incredible stuff on that. Alternatively, there also is another secret rare version, which is the alternative artwork from one of the legendary collections, I think. Okay, so it was Raw Yellow Mega Pack and Legendary Collection 2. This was a set that I was referring to before that ran parallel, just like Legendary Collections 3 and Legendary Collections 4. They manufactured a lot of the same cards and the same rarities, and you kind of like just really great stuff. So this, I would not discontinue this. This artwork of Cyber Dragon, personally, I really like a lot. And of course, gorgeous rarities of secret rare. So these definitely take a run for the money for the secrets right here. Personally, these are obviously significantly older than these two versions, but I personally like both versions, but I would prioritize this one because it's older, a little bit more collectible, higher on the collectability market, and I do think that the artwork, the original artwork, is a little bit better personally, but both versions are very, very great. And then, of course, you got Elemental Hero Neos. So, at first glance, you may just look at this as just kind of another vanilla monster, but it does have hero in its name, and heroes, they're kind of wild cards sometimes. Got their own market to a certain extent. 2 pages of availability. Starting market price is going to be about 6 bones for lightly played. If you want near mint, you're going to have to go to somewhere else because there is no near mints on this platform. And then, of course, you have Hamon, Raviel, and Uria. Really great stuff too. So completely up to you guys. I mean, I know there's ultimate rare versions which are like ungodly expensive, like ridiculously expensive. But the Secret Rare Tin promos are definitely healthy alternatives, which look very, very, very nice. Alright, so next we have 2007. Hands down, the bee's knees of these promos is going to be Plasma. Again, has hero in its name. The effect is actually really killer, and the artwork is just blowout. This reminds me of like Resident Evil 4 or something. He's got like these like dragon monster arms. Really, really cool stuff. Killer effect. And let's go ahead and take a look at some prices here. Lightly played is going to be around 10 bones starting market price, and then near mint is going to go all the way up to 24 bones. And there's only 2 pages of availability on this. So that's definitely priority number 1. Maybe Rainbow Dragon, and then probably Sapphire, but I don't know, this was kind of like past my time. I was kind of like on like a consensus when this whole era was, so I don't know, it's completely up to you guys on that. Alright, next is going to be the 2008 tins. Probably one of the more severe tin lineups, seeing how we got Secret Black Rose, Secret Stardust Dragon, Secret Red Dragon Archfiend, Secret Goyo, and Montage Dragon as well, which is really, really great. So, for the longest time, a fun fact of the day, when the White Mechs came back into the game after high school in 2011, Black Rose Dragon and Stardust Dragon, specifically these 2008 Secret Rare promos, were the very first synchro cards that I ever invested in a long time ago. And of course, obviously, with history merit on the anime and just kind of popularity in general, some of the most infamous synchro cards of all time. Very, very iconic cards, very, very high collectability. Obviously, each has its own ultimate rare prints, its own ghost rare prints. A lot of crazy good stuff in this. But on their own merit alone, within the standing, these secret rare prints are very old now and have continued to increase, and I think that they will continue to increase as pretty much everything that gets to a certain level of limitation is goes up in price. And these are just really great, really great. So long gone are the days when you could pick these up for about five bones a piece for these near mints secret rare promos. So really awesome stuff. Really quick, because I really feel like people underlook this Montage Dragon. So I believe maybe there's an ultimate rare print. I know there's an ultra rare print. I don't know if there's an ultimate rare. Maybe there is, but I still would not overlook this secret rare. This is still a very, very high rarity secret rare, gorgeous artwork, very, very old as well. Starting market price slightly plays roughly around 3 bones, and then a near mint's a little bit over 3 bones, only 2 pages of availability. So awesome sauce on that. Next is gonna be the 2009. I don't really know what was going on with this. I mean, it's Gotham's kind of cool, but I mean we have the original Ultimate rares, so I mean there's kind of that. Power Tool maybe, but then Power Tool again, it comes in Ultimate Rare and Ghost, so it's a healthy alternative. It still looks great, but there is just just like Black Rose and Stardust, there's a little bit two archives above this rarity. Same with Ancient Fairy Dragon, came Ultimate Rare and Ghost, but this is still banned? I can't remember. I'm really terrible about it seems like the simplest thing, but I really struggle to keep up with the ban list sometimes. Anyway, really good stuff on this. Amazing rarity, amazing effect, multi-effects here, really great artwork, and great history merit on the ban list and all that. So, starting market price, slightly played is going to be about 6 bones. If you want near mint, it goes up to about 10, 3 pages of availability. Really awesome stuff. Next is going to be 2010. So, Shooting Star Dragon, secret rare, awesome. This got a ghost print, I believe, as well, and a plethora of kind of other supers and stuff, which definitely not the hottest fire for tin promos. Really quick, so Elemental Hero Stratos, just wanted to showcase this really quick. OTS Tournament Pack 9, Ultimate Rare, highest rarity that we have here on the TCG, is up to 161 bones starting market price for near mint, and first stacks go all the way up to 175 bones, only 2 pages of availability. Everyone knew that this was going to dwindle eventually. An iconic hero card, crazy high in collectors market. There's some really great alternatives though. So there's the Dual Terminal 3 rares, which are really, really nice. Ideally for the price, I think this is like the best print. And there's also 2 different, I didn't know there was 2 versions, but I guess there's 2 versions of the Jump Ultras, this one being significantly more value than this one here. So, yeah, I mean, it's Stratos, so what can I say? Next is going to be Exodius, the Ultimate Forbidden Lord. I believe this was the original print as an Ultra out of the Shonen Jump promos. Really great artwork, really awesome effect. So the first time I ever heard about this card was actually about a year ago when Invoke Shadal was taking off. At the time, I was in El Paso, playing at a locals in El Paso, and someone bust this out on me to recycle their graveyard for their Shadal monsters. Really cool stuff. Really, really cool side recycle factor here. And, this is, the highest rarity and the most competitive print to get. And starting market price, lightly played is going to be around 20 bones. If you, for lightly played, then near mint goes all the way up to 30. These are all 1 stacks except for this 2 stack here. So really just completely, dwindled out on the market, but really great stuff. Next is going to be 2 Latin. So, okay, so the next few cards are going to be like the MVPs of this video. If you guys just, do not listen to anything that the White Mexican says, please listen to the next couple tabs, because these are some incredible price points. I don't even know how it's possible that this is a dual terminal super rare hollow foil and it's under a bone. And if you pause and read the effect on this card, it's pretty very legendary. I mean, it's got all the great stats. It's a level 8, it's a light, it's a fairy. It's got I think it's 28 attack, which is really not that bad, especially because it's a card that has a special summoning condition from the hand and a blowout effect. Artwork is, really kind of so-and-so, but for all those other reasons, really, really great stuff. And there's even stacks available. There is a fat stack of 44 available here for a bone for lightly played. Ladies and gentlemen, this is insane. This is incredible. You guys need to get on this. Next is going to be Level Eater, so this is still banned. and this is from Dual Terminal 5, and this is, just great artwork, great effect, very much banned, but, you never know. White Mexican Theory, I believe everything comes off the ban list eventually. It's just a matter of fact if Konami decides to rat them or not. There's a 6 stack here for under a bone, and then there is a 61 stack here for roughly about a bone for near mint and then lightly played. So plenty of availability on that. Next is going to be Elemental Hero Ocean. So this is another really great selection from Dual Terminal 5. Very, very affordable. Really great recycle effect here. Really cool artwork too. I got a really, really, strange fascination with water stuff. So 6 stack here for about a little over a half a bone. Same thing, about 60 cents. There's an 11 stack here. 2 pages of availability. So there's a fat 59 stack here for a bone for lightly played. So plenty of availability on this. It's dual terminal. It's a hero card. It's got really cool artwork, and that's pretty much all you need. That's like the recipe for success right there. Gel Duo is going to be next. So I know that there is a secret rare version of this, of course, which is crazy expensive and very, very aesthetically pleasing. But this is still very much dual terminal, very, very sought after rarity, discontinued, well on its way, if not already bled completely through the collector's market. Really great artwork, really great stats. A light level 4 fairy. Basically like a Marshmallow, can't be destroyed by battle. And there is a stack of 6 here for a little bit over half a bone. And then, same kind of price point for this 5 stack here. There's a 24 stack here for under a bone. So this amazes me. Like, this is so insane to me that this is a really good card, really great rarity, really great artwork, and it's insanely affordable. Next is going to be Trap Stun. So, personally, I do prefer the secret rares, the first edition secret rare prints. Those would be my go-to prints. But I'm not going to lie, dual terminal commons are definitely the second runner-up, and this is just insanely affordable as well. Under a half a bone, there's an 8 stack here, and there's a fat stack of 27 here for 76. So 3 pages of availability. This is a highly underrated card, just up there. This is right up there with Royal Decree, and it's got that cardboard on cardboard artwork, and it's a DT, and I'm a huge advocate of DT. Alright, next is going to be Mystical Fairy Alfuria. This is the original secret rare print. The only thing I can say about this is this has really good artwork. She's got this pimp cane staff, and she's walking through the forest, and she looks like an augmented version of Zelda or something like that. I don't know. Really cool artwork, and I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty much solely based off of waifu tax kind of artwork merit, and Cosmo Blazer is up there in age now. It's not extenuatingly ancient, but it's still up there in age. And you'll notice that the first edition prints are almost eradicated off the market. There is a single first edition that we played here for 10 bones. It's only a 1 stack, only 2 pages of availability, and then it's 10 bones for this second first edition lightly played. So this card has dwindled on the market, and this is kind of interesting. And the last card I have for you guys tonight is going to be Ghost Fairy Elphobia. I'm a huge advocate of this fan. I've been trailing this card for, I want to say probably several years now. Artwork is just completely blowout. Really, really amazing artwork. I love the colors and the Death Hollows background and the what is this called? Even this death crow, hawk, bird, flying creature thing. Anyway, this is a solo print. This is a solo print super rare hollow foil out of Lord of Tachyon Galaxy, and again, this artwork is completely just great. It's a really great artwork, and this is a solo print. Lord of the Tachyon Galaxy is not super old, but it's definitely up there in age, several years of history on it. And this is insanely cheap, and it has been insanely cheap for the longest time. Still, there's kind of some onesie-twosies here for about a half bone. This is very affordable, 4 pages of availability, so I'm going to go ahead and switch over to stacks. But surprisingly enough, there is only a single stack of first edition for a bone each, and that's a stack of 9. Again, like 99.99999% of my content, I highly recommend that you guys exclusively invest in first editions, hold more value in the long term. Of course, don't overpay to get first edition. Spend and invest within your means, but try your best to get first edition always. Link below is going to be to my Facebook. Any of you guys can message me. I would love to talk to you guys about anything Yu-Gi-Oh related. Yu-Gi-Oh has been part of my life for 2 decades, almost 2 decades. Feel extremely compassionate about this hobby, about this game, this community. I love the deck building, the creativity, the dueling, the investing, the trading, the friendships, the brotherhood. There's so many amazing things that this card game, that this hobby, that this lifestyle, this community, whatever it is that you guys want to call it, can bring to the table to anyone who invests the time and the effort into it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you guys are enjoying this content just as much as I am creating it for you. I hope you guys are making some fantastic Yu-Gi-Oh investments yourself. This has been a showcasing by The White Mexican, and I will see you in the next video.